What is this, you wonder? Well, yeah, there's the car and there's the new van. So what does that mean? We're starting our trip around Australia for the next couple of years. Mum and the kids' bike up front. We've got my bike at the back. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Haha. But how good is this? And that's Mum and Stevie. Of course they're coming with. This is Mum's house, the house I grew up in. And as you can see, it's been sold. So the last thing we've got to do before we hit the road is shut this door for the very last time. We built this house in 1989. And that's it. It's the last we'll see of this house. Bye, house. Bye, house. It's a bit surreal saying bye to this place. My place is rented out though. I've got a few mates. I've got my mates living in it with their 2 kids. So that's all taken care of. We're about to get in and leave now. We're all loaded up, overloaded no doubt, as in we've just got too much crap, so we're going to be culling no doubt along the way. First stop Bundaberg, because I've got to pick up my dad's ashes. He passed away just before Christmas and it is now the 1st of September. So got to go pick him up and he's going to come around Australia with me. So that'll be cool, well with us I should say. So Bundaberg, here we come. We're heading north. We're going to the tip to start. All right, see you soon. Life is a winding road. No telling we have made it to Bundaberg. We are staying at, I don't know, just a rest area. As you can see, I'll show you a bit. So it just loops around. So you come in over there, whatever that was. So you come in over there and it loops around this way. The only problem is if you want to reverse your van in, you'll have to come in the opposite way against the flow because it's all angled parks. We're lucky Mum is disabled, so we get to park in a disabled spot. So that's very, very handy because Mum can't walk far or do anything like that. But I'm just here at the outdoor kitchen, getting dinner on the go. We just got snags and veg tonight. Nothing crazy or anything like that. I'm filming on my phone, so excuse me the wind noise if there's any, or it's shakiness or whatnot. I'm prepping lunches and stuff, like I've cut up all the veggies, so it's just easy when we get into camp that you just pull out a bag and that's the meal done and just put it in the pot or whatnot. So yeah, this is our setup at the moment. I'm not going to show you inside the van because it is chaotic in there. There is so much stuff. It is everywhere. We're not doing it yet, so I'll give you the tour of the van another time. Same with the car. It's just we haven't figured out exactly where everything is going yet. It's just mental. So anyway, this is us. So some dinner and then it'll be early to bed. Check out that sunset, it's pretty killer, but and then it'll be on to potentially Mackay tomorrow. We're punching out some big days so we can get to the tip quick. Picked up Dad, got his ashes, so that's good to go. Did a shop, got some fresh fruit and veg, and Nana and the kid are now over in the playground burning some energy. So this is us. I'll leave it there tonight. I'll get on with dinner, get on with lunches, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. G'day. It is day 2 of our trip. And we had to go the back way from Bundaberg through to Biloela because there was a big accident on the Bruce a few days ago and an ammonium nitrate truck and a ute had a head on and it went bang. And they've had to close down the whole highway because it's a huge explosion and the road, part of the road's gone, as well as railway tracks and everything. So we're on the back streets. somewhere just before Monto actually, and we're driving along, but we came across this and I had to stop and have a look. Check it out. Silo art. It's called Three Moon Mural. So the name Three Moon comes from several legends apparently, and they all have a similar theme. So one tells of a stockman that's fetching water from a creek one night, and he notices the moon in the sky and its reflection in his billy and in the creek, therefore three moons. Another is of a Chinese gold miner who similarly noticed the moon in the sky and its reflections in the creek and in his pannikin. And the third legend is that of a European landholder. They employed Aboriginal people on their sheep stations, and to ensure that they came back from their walkabouts when they were needed, they asked them to come back every third full moon. They can't authenticate any of these stories, but the name Three Moon has long been associated with a nearby creek, which is a region south of Monto and the grain silo. So this is still a working grain silo. And if you look closely, you can see yourself standing at the entrance of Dragon Cave and you gaze into the distance of the landscape. The stars there, they light up the night sky, and the three moons are reflected across the silos. The telling of our stories, past, present and future, continues through the generations, and that's why there's a young girl, where is it, there, and an old man. The silo combines many stories. Gold mining history, varied agriculture, the beautiful landscapes, unique animals and flora, Cania Gorge, and the connection to the land and our place in the galaxy. So there you go, Three Moon silo art. It's pretty cool, and the fact that it's still a working silo is awesome as well. And this is the little stop that we just pulled in on the side of the road. So there you go, and they have fruit and veg and heaps of stuff there, a table. We'll go check out this, and then that's our setup. Here's this fruit stall. Let's have a squiz. It's got everything in here. How good. Brown onions, ladyfinger bananas. Oh, they even give you bags. Potatoes. That's awesome. Local fresh produce. Booyah. Good stuff, kid?
Yeah.
That was my work last night, chopping it all up ready and then packing a lunch this morning for a snack box. How good. So that's our daily snacks, which is awesome and healthy and happy days. All right, let's get back on the road. One last look at the silo and we're off. Good evening from Astron Roadhouse, somewhere just past Marlborough, and it's just next to a servo. If you want fuel, it's damn cheap here. It's $1.72, so we'll be filling up in the morning. There's the kid in the background playing. And so this is the big area. There's a servo. Over the other side is where the truckies are. This is our kitchen going. I'm cooking tea. And we'll just keep swinging. And we're back to the kid. Yeah, it's not a bad spot for the evening. Tonight on the menu is pork chops and veggies. Just super easy stuff while we're punching out big days. And it was so much easier having everything chopped. I just dumped it in, banged the pork on. Bob's your uncle, Fenny's your aunt. It was a massive day of driving today. The Bruce Highway with that diversion, it took us 84 years.
It's been 84 years.
To drive all the way around to get to here, which would have taken us normally 3 hours, took us about 6 or 7. So it was a big day. Stevie, Oh, there you are. You snuck up behind me. We're right near the highway, so I was just a bit worried, but she's right here. Hey, Grubbo.
Yep.
She's playing in the dirt, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so something that should have taken 3 hours took all day. But that's the adventure in Adventure Life Oz. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So we are now chilling here, and then tomorrow we'll punch on. We'll stop in at Mackay for some shopping, and then we're going to go to Townsville, or maybe just past, and that'll be our day tomorrow. So another big day driving. I'll get cracking with this. If there's anything cool to see along the way tomorrow, we'll show you. If not, talk to you when I'm looking at you. Apologies if you can't hear me. It is blowing a gale here in Bowen, in northern Queensland. And we've stopped at the big mango. Look at the size of this sucker too. So we stopped here 2 years ago, just Stevie and I. And I'm going to get a photo of Stevie now, and I'll flash up the photo of her 2 years ago when she was only a baby at 13 months old. So you will get the then and now, which will be pretty cool. So all the footage I took 2 years ago at Cape York, I never released it, so I just do flashbacks from this trip to that trip and all that, so it should be really cool. But yeah, check it out, the big mango. Woo! What have you got there, Bubba? It's a little mango. It got blown off the tree. They're scattered around on the ground. Hey, look how small they are. Look, they're tiny and they're scattered all over the ground. And you can still see them in the trees. Maybe like this one there and there. Oh, there's one going good, hasn't fallen off yet. So these are Kensington mangoes. And this tree is going to be full of them if the wind dies down and doesn't blow them all on the ground, the poor little things. What do you think of the big mango, Bubba?
Yellow, orange.
Yeah, that's its colours, isn't it? And they've got ants on them, green ants. Sorry about the wind noise. It is blowing, like I said, but just over there, over the road, is the ocean. It's a pretty cool, beautiful spot. It's cool. Hey, Bubba. Stevie's showing Nana the mango. Let's get in the car before we get blown off the face of the earth. Good morning. It is day 4, maybe. I've already lost count. Anyway, we stayed at a place called Home Hill. It's nothing special. It's right near the railway track, so I only heard one train. Mum apparently heard 3. Oh well, it is what it is. It's a free roadside stop. They have this cool mural over there. Chick on the beach eating watermelon. Living the dream, isn't she? But yeah, this is it. This is our little roadside stop that we stayed in just before Townsville. So this morning we're heading into Townsville, picking up some extra stuff, running some errands, and then it'll be on to the big Crystal Creek campground. I'm going to hit up Crystal Creek. Yee-hoo! So stay tuned for that. It's going to be sick. So what's this, you ask? Well, this is synonymous with Ford Rangers. RACQ, buckets of poo. You may be wondering, why? Why? It's not the first time this car has needed RACQ roadside assist. The last time it needed it, it was on our Cape York trip the engine blew up, then it got on a boat, then it got on a tow truck, and then it went up to Mariba, all the way from Bamaga, Cape York. It's quite frustrating. We're hoping it was just the intercooler hose popped off, because every time it was under load and I'll accelerate, it'd be going vroom, vroom, the tacho would be going all over the shop, and it was just sluggish and average. If it's not the intercooler hose, we're potentially looking at transmission now. So yay, Ford at Townsville are booked out until November, and it is the 4th of September, I think. So we might be seeing a lot of Townsville and staying here for several months. Yay! Awesome! Which means no Cape York, because it won't be the season for it, and I'll have to punch south then, because it's going to be hot as balls in northern Queensland in November. So we'll just see, play it by ear, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's pretty much a typical Ford Ranger with the bonnet up. Even more typical with RACQ or any form of roadside assist. And if you see it on the back of a tilt tray, then that's the Ford Ranger's home. Let's see what's going on, hey? So we'll say bye-bye to this RACQ man. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And we'll wait for the tow truck. So it turns out the EGR is blocked, or that's what the code is showing. So it's going to get towed to the Ford dealership. The Caravan will then need to be towed to where we're going to stay next. So fun times. Hopefully it isn't till mid-November that the dealership is unavailable for, because it is hot and it's only going to get hotter. And November time we were meant to be halfway down the country through the guts down towards, no, actually I was meant to be in Adelaide. Oh, so much for Christmas in Adelaide at this rate. So we'll figure out life and see what's going to happen. Don't buy a Ranger. It's twice now. Twice. Just occurred to me, and I just remembered as I dropped the keys, that the RACQ guy that I was talking to, he said this is the 3rd Ford Ranger that he had gone to assist today. So there you go. If I had my time again, and I wish I did, and I wish I could afford it now, because I would in a heartbeat, buy a Toyota. Would have bought a Land Cruiser or even a Hilux, but Toyota through and through. Never again with Ford. Never again. So 15 minutes now until the tow truck driver gets here, and we assess once we get to the dealership. There you go. 3 in one morning. The Ford Ranger is going to its home on the back of the tilt tray. It's where it belongs. Caravan will be towed as well. Yay! How fitting. Now to get the poor van. G'day guys. It has been a day. I am tired, but I'm happy that the van is currently at Townsville Lakes Holiday Park. It's pretty nice. We have the view of a lake here, which is pretty cool, just there behind us. That's awesome. So the car is in at the Townsville Carmichael Ford dealership, and they'll let us know what's wrong, as we've discussed. And the van got towed here. So they rocked up with the tow truck, didn't have the connection for it, rocked up with the Silverado, it was too high, and when old mate from RACQ dropped it off, he didn't drop the jockey wheel down to its lowest point and then wind it. He only kind of went part way, so we had no more room to lift. So they then brought in a 300 series Land Cruiser, again too tall. So they found a couple of blocks. We jacked up the A-frame. Old mate sat on the rear bumper of his Land Cruiser. Oi, what are you doing? Gosh. So, sorry about that. Stevie grabbed the dog and put her down on the ground, but she didn't have enough lead, and anyway, the dog's fine now. She's under the caravan hiding from Stevie. So yeah, back to old mate and his Land Cruiser. So he sat on the bumper, lowered it just that much that we could hook the caravan on, and he towed it here. So happy bloody days. It's this car, I don't know what to do with it. I'll give it one more chance, and if something else goes wrong catastrophically, like potentially this time again, that's it, it's gone, and I'm getting a Land Cruiser, which is what I should have got in the first place, and I'm kicking myself. This car I bought brand new after 2 years, our last Cape York trip, the engine blew. This time, who knows? But 2 years, 2 years. It's only a 4-year-old car. Anyway, I'm going to finish my beer. If you haven't tried these, Cooper's Botanic Ale, it is bloody beautiful. Be careful though, because one can is 1.7 standard drinks. So I've only got one left in this fridge. I just left all my other drinks in the other fridge, so we'll figure that out at a later date in the car. Tonight we're going to go to a Townsville brewery and have dinner and a few beers. Mum will probably have to drive home because I'm just probably going to have a lot to drink. We'll see. It's all part of the Adventure Life Oz. So stay tuned, like and subscribe for us, and we'll see you at the pub. You! Cheers! Cheers! I knew you'd tip that everywhere. So the kid cheers is so much better off camera. But we decided to come out to dinner to the Townsville Brewing Co. Townsville Brewing Company. And as you can see, Stevie's drunk. Not really, but she's had this much lemonade and she's gone nuts because she doesn't have lemonade ever. Anyway, have a squiz around. Oh, Mum took the clips out of her hair. Apparently it makes it look better.
Yeah, it's a bit better.
Anyway, when we first got here, this place was packed. And they do a craft brewery run. So they run to another brewery, which we'll hit up another day. And then they run to here, and then this is where they finish, and they have dinner and beers. And I mean, that is running that I could be a part of. That is something that I could be involved in. So yeah, it's cleared out now though. This place was packed when we first got here, but now it's super clear. Anyway, we did this sampling of their beers. Excuse me. We didn't film it because it was stupid loud, but I quite like their Coastal Ale. I think it's an ale. No, it's called Coastal Crush. It's, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it has the slightest fruit tingle taste, but it's so faint you can't even taste it, but yet somehow it's there. Anyway, this one's beautiful. The bitter was good, the Townsville bitter. Mum liked the lager. And this one, which Mum doesn't really like beer. But yeah, no, they've got a few good ones here. So if you're over in Townsville, come down to the Townsville Brewing Co. and have a feed. Good stuff. Or get involved in the craft run. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this. Cheers. I'm going to do that again and find out where the camera is. Cheers. We got the car back. So the very next day after it got dropped in, we got it back. It turned out to be the EGR's temperature sensor. Hopefully that's all that it is. So they replaced that. We're going to drop the hire car back now at your car at the airport, and we'll go back to the caravan park and we'll figure out and sort out the van and the car so we have time now, unless they let us check out early. Other than that, we got it back. Happy days. So what we'll do is we might call this episode here, and we'll just see what the next episode brings, eh? Can't be much better or worse. It's got to be better. Can't be much worse. Definitely better. Alright, next episode. Like and subscribe, guys, and get amongst the Adventure Life Oz. You!
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.